Maria Sharapova has slapped down questions about being booed at the Australian Open. The 31-year-old was jeered by fans during her fourth round loss to Ashley Barty. Sharapova then refused to answer a question about meldonium, the substance she served a 15-month ban for taking illegally.
What did you make of the kind of crowd's reaction to you today? They kind of booed you when you came back on court after that toilet break at the end of the second set and then cheered for that time violation. Did you think they were a bit unfair to you, and did it affect you at all?
What do you want me to say to that question?
I don't know, just the truth, I guess.
I think that's a silly question to ask.
You took meldonium legally for 10 years to deal with your health problems. I wonder, just now that it's banned and you can no longer take it, is it a struggle physically to deal with the demands of a Grand Slam fortnight?
Is there another question?
You can't see her eyes roll there, but they did.
You can hear her eyes roll, I think.
Yeah, pretty much.
That second question there was one of the great press conferences questions.
That's a great question.
Fantastic, because
the first one is ridiculous, but I agree with the first question. How did you feel with people booing you?
Yeah. Hang on a second.
Right.
It's about the meldonium.
Right.
Yeah. That's why they're booing.
Yeah, but that's the point. So ask the question you want to ask, which is what the second fella did. Actually ask the question that you want to ask, rather than skating around
it. Second question's brilliant. We can all agree on that.
Yeah.
I think the first question's actually totally fine as well.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like,
they're both around it.
Like, I just think there was some sort of criticism on Twitter yesterday of like, what a ridiculous question. The second one was a ridiculous one, when in actual fact it is the flip side of that. One of the great press conference questions, because you're not actually kind of getting into the idea of innuendo here. You're dealing with something based in facts, and you're putting her right on the spot to answer it about it. And what a horrible reaction from an individual who isn't a particularly pleasant individual. And it is fantastic when you're up against it, you tend to show your true colours, and she's been up against it for the last couple of years, and we've seen the true Maria Sharapova.
It's that attitude. I think that's, if you're asking what the reason why the people are booing, I think that's one of the big reasons, how she carries herself, her kind of attitude, and around the controversy which has been surrounding her in terms of how she's portrayed herself. Is actually she's the victim, and she can't understand this type of criticism. At least she's a little bit, that is a bit of a holier than thou attitude. I mean, it's a fascinating story. I think the question was a good one. Was he basically saying your body's been used to taking this meldonium for 10 years and it hasn't got it, you haven't got it now in your system? Is it affecting your performance?
Well, she said she needed the meldonium.
Sorry?
She said she needed the meldonium.
Well, exactly, but the point he was made, well, regardless of whether she needed it, and that's another argument, the fact that you've been taking it for 10 years, it's been banned, now your body hasn't got it, what effect is that having on your body? So an indirect way, so that's exactly it.
You're getting knocked out in the fourth round.
The part that does make sense, though, is because the demeanour is so strange for someone who should be on a charm offensive, regardless of the circumstances of what the ban is. You've come back having served a ban for doing something you shouldn't do.
It would have been great, though, if this question was asked after she'd won, right? Because, like, you can always... Her PR people will be out today going, oh, you know, well, they probably won't say anything, but if you were defending that, you'd be like, she was very upset having, you know, crashed out of, there's only 4 majors a year, she wants to win all of them, she's a competitor, tremendous competitor, you know, perhaps you could have dealt with those questions a little bit better. Here's what you would have said. Well, I took meldonium because I needed it. As well, my doctor said it's completely legal at the time. Did nothing illegal, you know, whatever. That's how you would defend that. But it would have been great to see that question after the first round when she won. It was like, oh, you're playing really well. This despite the fact you can't use the meldonium anymore. How are you making up for the lack of meldonium in your system?
The great irony of Maria Sharapova in press conferences is that her own brand of confectionery, Sugarpova, as it's known, is out there, despite the fact that she's the saltiest individual in the world. So that's pretty much how I would sum up the Maria Sharapova.
You've just invented a meme there.
Sharapova?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's do it. It's quick. It's a quick and easy Photoshop.
Yeah.